I wanted a bigger skylight, but the builder said no, Sean said no, the budget said no. So annoying. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Mel.
I'm Sean.
And we are the Dias Fam. Guys, we've missed you so much and we really miss you, and we're sorry we've been away for a little bit. We've been super busy and just getting caught up with life and trying to get things ready for our renovation, and still hopefully planning to move in December. And life has been so busy, and you know, we've been doing loads of shopping, more shopping, looking at furniture, looking at windows and doors, and also we've been looking at our kitchen, and next week we've got an update on our kitchen and we're really excited to show you that. And actually it's quite good that we've been doing all this shopping, because now we're going back into a lockdown and obviously we're going to lose the ability to go out and see things, and it's really important when you're looking at stuff for your house.
Because our house is empty, the builders can still work, so thank goodness. So we'll be continuing to do videos, and we understand that because we're in a lockdown, lockdowns are hard. It's had an effect on a lot of people, including us. So if our videos will get you through the week, then we'll make sure that we'll give you a video every week.
And so today we're going to give you an update on our house. It's been a bit of a while, and that's actually because there's lots going on, but also things with the building work and the structural work have slowed down because we've got most of the structural work stuff done now. So we're just trying to get organised, make sure we have bathroom stuff and all that stuff ready really. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. So let's get straight into it, and first off we want to tell you guys about the extension. So last time you saw it, there was literally no roof. The builders took it down because the roof was a bit of a mess really, and it's so old, and so they took it down, and now they put a new one up, and we've got some great pictures here to show you. And there's a huge amount of actual insulation that's been put in between the kind of top of the roof and the bottom of the roof, and so that's why there's quite a big gap. And you can see there's an awesome gap in there for our skylight, and that's coming in 5 weeks.
It's amazing how thick the insulation bit is, isn't it? But I didn't expect for 1 minute, when the builder kept saying, oh, we have to remove the roof because there's no insulation and he needs to put a new one in. I had no idea that he was going to put that level of insulation in. And it's incredible to see it now compared to what it was. And it's not something that I imagined it would look like. And I know that's weird saying, but of all the skylights and roof lights we've been looking at, it's amazing to see it finally in now, and I cannot wait for the glass to go in.
I wanted it to be bigger, like I wanted a bigger skylight, but the builder said no, Sean said no, the budget said no. So annoying. So next up, underfloor heating. We had such high hopes for this underfloor heating. I'm still very sad that we can't have the underfloor heating. Basically, what happened was we were looking at the concrete flooring with the builder. Obviously, we were surprised to see some concrete under the floors, and then the builder said, okay, we've got to take this out if you want to put underfloor heating. And the main reason he said that is because they need about 30 centimetres between the floor and the top layer of your flooring, but so that it can be properly insulated. So when you put the underfloor heating in, the heat doesn't seep out through the bottom and through the bottom of the house, basically. So in order to do that, we'd have two options. So one was either build on top of the concrete, which wasn't really a good idea. It would reduce our head height and it would then create an awkward step when you walk into that room. And the other option was to dig out all the concrete. And then so digging out the concrete basically was super expensive. It was going to cost like £5 grand. And so we were like, whoa, okay. And as much as it would have been nice to have the underfloor heating, we were only going to have it on the ground floor, and so just to dig out the concrete just for that, like, it just wasn't worth it, basically.
I've forgotten about it. The minute he said £5 grand to dig out the ground floor, £5 grand for what? No, I'm happy with a radiator.
We'll have to get some nice like column radiators or something.
We'll get wherever we need to.
We've got £5 grand to spend on it. No, I'm joking. So no underfloor heating for us, unfortunately, but we will put in a kind of smart heating system. We haven't got the materials just yet, but we're meeting the plumber this weekend, and so we're going to go through that with them. And so we should be able to put either those knobs on the radiators, or we might get a kind of dual thermostat system where it's like one floor and another floor. So we'll give you guys an update once we decide on that. So next up, the floor of the ground floor. So when you see these pictures here, you can see that obviously it's not leveled. Because the builders ripped everything out And obviously part of the floor was then raised, and we had this awkward step into the old kitchen anyway, and so when Sean was walking into that kitchen, he'd have to step down and then step back up when coming out of that kitchen. So the builder was asking us what type of flooring do we want to have, because apparently that makes a difference. So before he leveled it out, he needed to know that. And so we were looking at tiles in the open plan room, and then we were going to have a wood style in the rest of the house, but we weren't actually going to get real wood. We were going to get something called luxury vinyl tile, or some people call it LVT. There's two versions of that, so you can either get it as a tile and it has to be glued down, or you get it as a clickboard, kind of similar to laminate, but the material is a bit more durable and it can withstand water a little bit better than laminate could. So we were going to go with those two options. And so in this open plan room, what you can see is the builders actually had to fill it with concrete in order for us to put the tiles on top of it. And, you know, we were not big fans of concrete, but he basically said we have to do it. And it was either that or put plyboards down everywhere. And obviously there's a risk if you put tiles on an unsteady surface.
So the fear was that if we didn't do anything with the floorboards and we just put tiles over it, the weight of the tiles could crack the boards and effectively fall through. That, and it might just be uneven. And, you know, we're spending all this money and we don't really want to have bumps here and there and in the open plan room, especially because the open plan room's our showroom. That's what our builder's calling it now. It's our showroom, because that's, you know, that's where most of the people, when they come to the house, is going to spend most of the time in. So we want to make sure it looks perfect. So the only real option was to concrete it over.
And I spoke to a couple of my mates who have tiles in their house, and they don't have underfloor heating, but they just said, you know what, as long as, you know, you've got good insulation in that room, it's not really a problem. Obviously when you turn the heaters on, the room heats up quite quickly, so it's not an issue.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we had to make sure we knew is where was the plumbing going. So we obviously have the kitchen, and by this point we had already designed most of our kitchen, so we knew where the sink needed to be, and the plumbing for that needs to, you know, be sorted out before concrete is filled in everywhere. And also we have a toilet under the stairs, which is like literally just before the entrance of the open plan room. So the plumbing for that also needed to be prepped before obviously the concrete went in. And so the only thing left to do now is we need to decide on what flooring, like exact flooring, we want. And I think the biggest thing for us is the colour schemes. We want to go with a woody type of tile in the open plan room, because there's a lot of marble that's going to be going on already. So the kitchen worktop has a marble effect, and the dining table also has a bit of a marble effect. So if you then put marble floor tiles, it's going to look all a bit much, right? And it's going to be, everything's just going to be white basically. So we might go with a woody type, but we're not sure if it's dark wood, light wood, like a grey colour. So give us your thoughts below and let us know what you think.
I always thought that we would have a white marble tile on the floor, but now having picked out the island worktop, having picked out our table, both of them have that same effect. So I think it would just be a little bit too much if we just had marble effect everywhere.
So that's a bit of a brief update from us. You're going to see lots of change happening over the next couple of months. Hopefully lockdown won't slow us down, but this is where we start to ramp up again. Bathrooms are going in, kitchen's going in, and so there's going to be lots and lots to show you, and obviously plaster the walls and make everything look nice. So really, really excited. And next week's video, we're doing an update on the kitchen. So we've designed it, it's coming in 5 weeks. And next week's video is going to be all about that design, where we got it from, how we shopped around, and what design we ultimately went for. And guys, we spent hours and hours and hours and hours trying to figure out this kitchen design.
But I cannot wait to show you the kitchen. For me, it's great, and I won a little argument.
Which argument? You didn't win an argument.
I won the colour argument. We'll get into it next week. So guys, as of filming this video, today is the first official day of lockdown number 2. Just a reminder, we're here for you. We're all in this together. Keep safe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.